Bam Adebayo. Miami Heat power forward Bam Adebayo scores 83 points against the Washington Wizards. Drugzo team.
Hey, bro, come on.
Now that's
now,
funny
dog.
within itself. A power forward who they say only averages anywhere between 19 and 21 points a game. No, because like that was going to be a boring game for anybody. I didn't watch that game. I only watched the highlights. And yeah, the highlights did not disappoint. Also, I listened to Skip Bayless, Bubba Dub, and a few other people, Gil's Arena. Everybody speak about it and got their takes on it. But here's my take. So the Washington Wizards had no stars on the team, on the court. No real defensive stars either on the court. Okay, I'll take that for $1. The man got it cooking and had 30 plus points in the first quarter. Okay, why not go for more? So the man started going for more. So by the end of the third, he's got like 62 points. Okay, but then, for some reason something got off. Okay, why I say that? Well, you got a whole bunch of unnecessary fouls. Okay, and that seems to be the biggest point of this whole thing, the fouls. They say this guy shot 40-something free throws. Yes, I can imagine that would be hard to do without help. And at what point are you just running towards the basket and throwing the ball up in hopes that you get fouled? Okay. Who made the call down to the refs and said, hey, I want you to help him get as many points as he can because we don't want Kobe number 2 anymore. We want somebody else number 2. But here's the thing. No real basketball fans are actually giving Bam Adebayo credit for doing this. Okay. Why? Because they feel like Kobe earned 81 points in the game, and he actually shot his way to 81 points in the game.
He's right.
No, we didn't see Will actually on film, okay, and you have your detractors who say that everybody Will played against was under 6 foot or 6 foot or below, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't care. They could have fouled him, well, he might have been good at shooting free throws too, so fouling him probably wouldn't have helped, and like I said, it's not on tape, so yeah, there's that. But we still have to give him credit because he did. He scored 100 points in a game, period. No one else did that. Kobe came along, scored 81. I think Michael Jordan had 66 or something like that. That's as big as he got. Okay, I can dig it. A few other people had some great numbers. But for a power forward who is not a real superstar and does not average 35, 40 points a game like a Luka, okay, not even the great LeBron James, you have to put him into it too. Not even the great LeBron James has ever scored major numbers in a game, okay? That's just bananas. And if anybody was to actually top Kobe, I would have thought it would have been a LeBron James. But I guess that wasn't a goal for him, And he says, or in his own words, he's a Kobe fan, He doesn't want to take away from the man's legacy, in my opinion. So there's that. But for Bam Adebayo to come out of nowhere and do this, we have to look at the game. I heard all of these rumors about him getting drug tested right after the game because they wanted to know what happened, but I don't see him having to be under some sort of supplement in order to make this happen because he had a lot of help from everybody, okay? The Wizards, let's just say they were tanking, trying to get them a good pick for next season or whatnot. That plays a part. Someone had to tell the refs to keep calling all these jump fouls, okay, for this to happen. Eric Spoelstra, the coach of the Miami Heat, he kept having his team commit, fouls just so they can get more time or whatnot, so those guys can shoot or whatnot, and they get more time to try it again, just so Bam Adebayo could get these points. So it wasn't like a natural thing, you know what I mean? So that's why the real or the purists are not going to give him credit for this, Me, I like basketball, but I've felt like it was corrupted, and then now with the advent of sports betting in almost every state, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just going to get worse with these sports, and they're going to be more and more controlled, in my opinion. But I don't want nothing to do with it. Hey, it's cool, but hey, I'm cool without it. All right, and if you watch to this point, family, I want to say thank you. Watching me, supporting me, and I appreciate that. And all I need from you now is to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and share, and give me the opportunity to keep entertaining you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. Salute.
That's how I'm coming. That's how I'm coming.